So just how effective is the basic end sell similar approach? Well, it all depends on who you ask. A lot of resellers will absolutely swear by this approach. They think it is the main driving force behind a lot of their sales. But other resellers will almost begin to swear when you bring it up because they absolutely loathe the idea and don't see the benefit in it. It all depends on who you talk to. And to be honest, I think there's merit to both sides. But what I would like to do today in this video is present you with some facts about the end and sell similar strategy that will hopefully equip you with the knowledge you need to make a decision for yourself of what best fits your situation, your store, and your goals for your store. Ultimately, though, what we want to do is find again a solution for all of this stale inventory. So, a store reset using end and sell similar literally consists of ending items which have been in your store for a prolonged period of time. Now, you don't want to delete them. You just want to end them. And by the way, this whole process can be completed using the bulk edit feature in your seller dashboard. So make sure that you go there and check that out. And there are instructional videos. We can even do one later if you would like. Let me know in the comments. So the suggested amount of time to wait before using this tactic, it varies depending on who you talk to, but common suggestions include 12 months, or we could say inventory that has sat for 12 months or longer without selling. Some say started at 6 months. Some will say 90 days. Some say as little as 30 to 60 days. So again, it all depends on who you are posing this question to. I have talked to resellers that literally reset every 30 days. And so some will wait around longer than that. It just depends on who you talk to and also whether or not they believe this strategy even has merit. No matter the time frame that you decide to go with, once the items are selected that you're intending to end and sell similar, you will use the sell similar option to simply repost the items exactly as they were. This allows you to copy all of the old pictures, the descriptions, the item specifics, the shipping information, everything that was a part of the original listing. If you do nothing but just end it and click to sell similar, you will be able to create a new listing that is exactly a replica of the old one. So a basic refresh. We're not making any changes, alterations, looking for errors. We're just refreshing the listing so that it appears as a new listing. So what does this strategy actually do, and why does it make such a difference in the minds of so many resellers? Well, when you use this strategy, what happens is a new item number gets assigned to that new listing. You say, but it's the same listing, but it's really not, because you literally ended or took down the old listing. When you click sell similar, it is creating a new listing, just like when you use someone else's listing to create a fresh listing for yourself. So sell similar works the same way in this particular context. Now, what does it do? How does it help? Well, it pushes your listing back to the top of search results for newly listed items, and that can get more eyes on your product. So it's very helpful, especially in a crowded category where you're competing against hundreds or maybe even thousands of similar items to the item you have listed. It's very easy for your item to work its way down over time and get lost in the shuffle. So renewing those listings, especially again in a crowded category, can help to punch yours back up near the top where more eyes get on your item. Now, while it is beneficial, I would like to point out some other things. It also clears the item's history. That means no longer will the old views be visible, no longer will the old watches, any of the edits that you had done, all the stuff that was tied to the old listing. When the old listing is taken down and you do sell similar, none of that stuff transfers over. So yes, item description, all the particulars about the item go, but not the views, not the watches, not the edits. Okay, so get that clear. Make sure you understand that. That's important. So this can be somewhat positive. It appears to help with eBay search results on some items. That's because oftentimes when you're getting views and watches, it leads to offers going out. So either you're sending the offer or the potential buyer is sending you an offer. Now, you say, well, isn't that a good thing? Well, yes, sending offers is good. Receiving offers is good. Unless over time you have multiple offers on an item and you turn them down or the potential buyer turns them down. Now, when that happens over and over, according to eBay, it kind of puts a bad knock on that particular item. And as a result, it can lead to your search placement drifting or it sliding down and negatively impacting where your item pops up. Now, that's again one of the positive sides of end and sell similar. It clears all that out. It gives you a clean slate and a fresh start when it comes to those things. But clearing out all of that history of the watches and of the views and all that stuff, it can also be negative in its impact. So according to eBay, the algorithm favors listings that have more activity. So when you end the listing and sell similar, you are removing all of the evidence of activity from the past, which can hinder its placement on the eBay search results. Now, again, this you're starting to notice probably already, right? This is kind of a tug of war. There can be negatives and positives associated with a lot of this stuff. So what does that tell us? It's more scientific than just probably painting with a broad brush. And that's what it comes down to. Now, look, the easy thing to do is just to do bulk changes, right? Not to have to think too deep. And, you know, the ones you hit on, and the ones that you don't, well, you just don't. And that's okay. That's just how it works. But if we really want to mine down into this topic and really mine down and apply it in the best way possible where it benefits us as much as possible, we have to be a little more scientific with our approach. Remember in the last video, I said sometimes, like it or not, to be as good as we want to be as efficient as we want to be, we have to do some homework. You have to be willing to do some research, to put some time, some effort, and some energy into understanding this system a little better. Now, there's often a negative impact as well that relates to the external or off-site search results when you're doing a store reset or refresh using end and sell similar. And external impressions from off-site search engines like Google and Bing will likely drop for your store during this process. Now, why is that the case? Why do they no longer show up? Well, this is due to the somewhat lengthy amount of time that it takes for them to catalog new eBay listings. So you ended your old listing that maybe had made it into the catalog for external off-site searches. Now you've haven't ended that. It's no longer going to show up. And if it does show up and they click on it, it's going to be sent to a listing that's no longer available. And your new listing is probably not going to show up at all, not for a period of time. Now, resetting too often, let's say like if you do reset every 30 days, I'm not sure how long exactly it takes for them to catalog, but I would assume that if you're doing like a 30 to 60 day reset all the time on all of your items, there's a good chance that your items are rarely able to show up in external searches due to the time that it takes for them to be cataloged. So to me, that is very much a negative side to using the end and sell similar approach as a blanket approach or a broad brush approach to every listing that is older in your store. So in conclusion, it can certainly be viewed as a balancing act that requires more calculated thought than just blind action when you begin to apply the end and sell similar strategy for trying to boost your sales and get rid of stale inventory. Doing nothing absolutely will initiate no change. So doing nothing is never an option, but taking the wrong steps, just doing something to do it, that can also bring as much problem or hurt as much as it helps. So it's so important that we be calculated in how we do things, that we don't just do them blindly. As a matter of fact, I'm inclined to think that one size absolutely does not fit all listings when you're trying to solve the stale inventory issue. You've got to be, like I've said before, more calculated than that. It requires a little bit more of a scientific approach. You remember that scientific method back in school where you got to do some experiments? Some of the best resellers that you will ever watch are resellers that take time to run experiments in their own stores to try to solve these problems. It's the only way you can figure out what really works well and in what situations it works best. Now, that is why we will be discussing other methods and strategies in the upcoming videos in this series that are also geared toward moving stale inventory and boosting our sales, getting that stale inventory out of the way so it quits hindering us. And of course, again, like I said, allowing us to sell more and sell more regularly. All right, so if you've made it this far, guys, I really appreciate you hanging in there with me. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscription button if you've enjoyed it so far. If you've gotten anything of benefit, that's all I ask of you. It doesn't cost you a thing, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, and while you're at it, you can ring the notification bell. If you got a comment or a question about anything we've talked about, drop those below, and I will get back with you as soon as possible on those as well. All right, so that concludes this portion of the video, but stick around. We're going to transition now to what sold. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and move into the what sold portion of the video, and I've got 12 items that I'm shipping out for $573.19. And the first one that's going out is a 3-disc set of Eric Burdon and the Animals. They sing House of the Rising Sun, a very well-known British invasion group that's not named the Beatles. And this one sold for $6 plus shipping on an offer. So not a huge profit, but again, you're talking about like, 30 cents, 25 cents maybe into that. Next item, I have a Signature Coach wristlet. Of course, it's got the C's. You can probably see Coach through it a little bit right there, maybe yes. I don't know. It's hard in the camera when the glare gets on it, but just a small wristlet, really nice though, good condition, and that sold for $12 plus shipping on an offer. Next item, I have a DVD, Susie Quattro Leather Forever. This is the Wild One Live, and this DVD sold for $16.19 plus shipping. All right, my next item, I do have a few clothing items. This is a pretty nice like tunic style top made by Lucky Brand. I don't buy much Lucky Brand stuff. A lot of times when I buy this, it's at my thrift stores. Like if I get it for like $1 and it seems kind of stylish. This is like a light blue Aztec or Southwest looking print, which is usually kind of a popular design. These patterns are usually good sellers for me in other brands. So I picked this up and I sold this for $14 plus shipping. I think I had $1 in that. And again, on the music items, guys, it was just like, 25 or 30 cents each on those. And the wristlet, I forgot to tell you, but I've had that a long time, and I think I gave $3.99 for that. When I got it, it was $3 or $4. It wasn't much. Next item I have going out. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren pinstripe. I think you kind of see it there. So Polo Ralph Lauren button-up pinstripe, and this is a size, 17.5 with a 34-35 sleeve length. So this is a nice dress shirt. Sold that one for $14 plus shipping on an offer. I didn't have that marked up a lot. I actually priced that to move when I got it, but I had $2 in it. So I'm not losing anything at all on that particular sale. All right, next item I have going out, it's going back to the music. I have the Moody Blues. The Moody Blues, this is the Time Traveler. 4-disc set with the book kind of attached to the center. And this, of course, is one of the box sets. And this one sold for $22.38 plus shipping. This next item that I have going out. So I know there's some, controversy over whether or not we should be selling these. You can tell that this is not full nor brand new. This is, I may not say this right, but Ivoire de Balmain. This is a French-made perfume that is vintage. I did not sell this as a perfume to use. I sold this as a vintage collectible, though I did note that it was about 85 to 90% full. I didn't want to risk a strike on my account. I don't buy a lot of this. This was in a group buy that I made. I had bought a lot of stuff and this was kind of thrown in and it had a lot of value. So I didn't really want to not try to list it. And I went ahead and priced it low on purpose so that it wouldn't stay up in my store long. I was hoping it wouldn't be detected if it was a problem. I listed it last night. It sold this morning for $25 plus shipping. Now I had this marked at, I think $39 or $34.99, something like that. I took a pretty aggressive offer from that buyer, but I thought, hey, I've got nothing in this, like maybe 25 cents. I sold it for $25 and it's not on my store, like in my store, risking getting a strike if that was a problem. So anyway, that's going out the door. All right, next item. I have a new with tags Ariat Real. This is a Coral Thunderbird long sleeve shirt for women. This is stretch. If you can see the print on here well, it's got little Thunderbirds printed on it, which is really cool. It's an awesome, awesome shirt. These shirts are not cheap, brand new, guys. This was tagged at $55. I sold this for $30 plus shipping on eBay. So somebody got a pretty good deal on that. But I've got like 4 of those that I bought at a consignment shop. I think I gave like $12 for them a piece or something like that. And it was just time to get them sold. I was tired of sitting on them, and 30 bucks from a $12 investment, not too bad. I doubled my money. All right, so the next sale I've got going out is a box set of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is playback, and it includes The Big Jangle, Spoiled and Mistreated, The Other Sides, Through the Cracks, so on and so forth. 6 discs in this box set. It's in really good shape overall. It did have a little bit of a damage on it, I guess you could call it. I thought this was really cool. I wanted to show this to you. This is like the all access pass, you know, so I thought that's kind of cool. That come with the collection. And then of course this really thick book and a pretty awesome poster here. Thought that was pretty neat. So don't know how well you can see it, but anyway, some pretty cool stuff. And yeah, that's it. You know, that's what it is. It is what it is. So I sold this for $44.99 plus shipping, and again 25 or 30 cents into 45 bucks. That's some good profit margin, guys, I'm telling you. Next sale going out, I have a box set of the Zombies. Now I think I had this priced up close to 70 bucks. I took an offer on this one of $55.99 plus shipping, and this also includes 4 discs, and it's got the booklet attached in the middle. 4 discs with the book, and the discs are Begin Here and singles. 31 songs on the first disc, guys. It's crazy how much music is on this. And then you have Odyssey and Oracle and the Lost album, and that is another 28 songs. You have In the Studio, which is another 31 songs. And then you also have Live on the BBC, which is another 29 songs. So my goodness, I mean, that's just so much music. 62, 82, 102, 110, like almost 120 songs on this. So really awesome collection there. And again, that went out for $55.99 plus shipping. So my next sale is another box set. This one is the Turtles, British Invasion Band. And again, this is their complete albums. This is all the original album collection. And we have the Turtles Wooden Head, Turtle Soup, Battle of the Bands, Happy Together, Let Me Be, and It Ain't Me, Babe. So each of those discs. This sold for $100 plus shipping. New sealed in the package from that music sale. 25 to 30 cents into $100. Love it, man. Love it. All right. So next one. And this is my final sale of the day. So this is a handbag, and it is Coach. This is called the Mini Sierra Satchel. This is pebbled leather, and it is in a really nice violet color. What sets this one apart is that it still has a tag on it. So I got this at a yard sale. Someone had purchased this, never carried it. It's in fantastic condition. It's new. It's not just like new, it is actually new. And it is authentic, awesome purse. This bag, I had it priced up, I can't remember now. It might have been like $170 at one point. I dropped it down to somewhere around $160. I can't remember exactly where it was at, but I wound up taking an offer today. Either way, it was already on sale. Took an offer of $128 for this bag. Now this isn't huge. You can see my hand on it. Okay, so this is like a small satchel, but $128 plus shipping for that purse. So some good sales. All right, so that's everything that's going out today. So 12 orders for nearly $600. That's a really, really, really good total, I think, anyway. The only thing that would make the total better is if I had 25 sales, and then I'd be well over $1,000 in sales for the last couple of days. That's all I got for you today, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking time to watch. If something helped you, got a question, if you got suggestions for future videos, be sure to drop those below. Also, don't forget that the Two Old Guys, along with Reseller Locker Room, are hosting the Pickin The Plateau 2024 Meetup during the Highway 127 yard sale. And that's going to be at Crossville, Tennessee. So we hope to see you there. Tickets are on sale. If you happen to be interested in sponsoring or being a supporter, there's also information for that in the link below. Look for it, Eventbrite. Go there, check out the slides, read up on it. And like I said, we'd love to meet you. Love for you to come hang out. That's just $25, guys, and that's going to get you in and be a part of all the festivities, all the giveaways, big meal. It's just going to be a great time. So hang out with everybody and just discuss our war stories and what kind of things we've been doing that first day of the yard sale. So looking forward to it. Hope to see you there, guys. Again, I love you. God loves you. And whatever you do, guys, don't you ever, ever give up. And I'll see you on the next one. Can't wait.